Good morning. Welcome back to Me Being Cheap, Better Living channel. All right, here I am being accountable to you guys. I am a hot and sweaty mess. I did, let's see, week 11, day 2 of the Couch to 10K. And I think when I looked at my Fitbit, that was a total running time of about 3.7 miles. So I'm kind of feeling like I need to step it up a bit if I'm ever going to get to the 12.1. I feel like I've been hanging out in the 3 to 4 mile range for quite some time. So this weekend I'm thinking about seeing if I can do 5 miles altogether. So with no breaks, nonstop. We'll see. Goals. Small goals. All right. So last video we talked about writing down some barriers. And we said we'd talk about what to do about those barriers later. So you may have had a couple days now to think about some barriers, and just think of one together. I was thinking about, with the running, a barrier that I've had is the weather. The weather's not something I can control. That is, that's out of my realm of control. I don't control the weather. But I can control how I react to it. So when you're thinking about what these barriers are, I encourage you to think about what you can do to work through those barriers, or if it's a barrier you can't work through, is it something you can work with? So with the weather, I encourage you, like I had a plan A, B, and a C, and I encourage you to do that for most of your barriers that you have. So one thing that you could do with the weather is you could look at the weather forecast and then schedule your runs when the weather's going to be decent. So early on in this process, there was a lot of cold weather and ice. I'd started contemplating this half marathon back at the beginning of the year. So it's Kansas, and so we're still in the thick of the winter. So what I was doing was actually some indoor cycling because it was too icy to go out. I want to be dedicated, but also want to be smart, and I don't want to like fall down and break something. Not only is that just bad, but that would be a major setback for exercise. So one thing you could do is with the weather, and if you're trying to train, look for an alternate activity. So I have an indoor bike I could ride, and what I would do is I knew how high up my heart rate would get when I would run. So I would try and match my heart rate so the intensity would be about the same as far as cardio wise. Running and biking is not the same though. So hear me when I say that, it's not the same. Another thing that you could do besides using alternate equipment or going on days when the weather's decent, what I ended up doing is getting up early to do my runs. And that's been a challenge for me. This is the first week doing that. I've successfully done that 3 days this week, and that is what my running schedule is every other day. I'm not to the point where I can run every day. I don't have that stamina, endurance, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but I tend to get very tired the next day and like not enough energy to go for a run. So kind of building that up. So I did have to make some sacrifice. So the sacrifice I made is I don't get to lay in my bed in the morning and sleep. I have to get up, which also means that I have to go to bed earlier. You could probably get by 1 or 2 times staying up late and then going for a run the next morning, but long term I don't think that is sustainable, because you have to have your sleep too. So think about, and that's just one example of a barrier, is the weather and ways that I've worked through it. So think about your barriers and come up with a plan A, B, and C, how you're going to work through it. So can't control the weather. I can control how I react to it. So 1, I could check the weather forecast and go on the days when it's nicer. 2, I can do an alternate form of exercise indoors. Or 3, I can get up early, which is what I'm doing right now. There may be some other other alternatives. Maybe you know, like an indoor track or something. That would be an option. I don't have that option. Or a treadmill. I also don't have that option either. But if you were running and that was a barrier, that's some things that you could work through. All right, write your goals down. Write down your barriers, and then write down your A, B, and C. Thanks for hanging out with me. I am trying to grow this channel, so please like this video, share this video on your social media. Subscribe to the video or to the channel if you have not done so already. Consider hitting the bell icon to get notifications whenever I post a new video. And yes, find a comment down below. When you leave a comment, find another comment. Leave some positive feedback. This channel is about encouragement, motivation, but also accountability. So we're going to hold each other accountable to our goals. So you guys are helping me. You guys are. I hold myself accountable. You guys hold me accountable. I've got this half marathon. It's looming over my head, but we'll get there. All right, thanks for watching.